Hello guys. Welcome to my first video series, the Genshin Impact Team Guide series. The reason why I started this series is to make my future team comp videos organized and easy to search by entering Genshin Impact Team Guide in the character names for the keywords. In each video, I will showcase one team comp, and I'll explain to you how it works and the rotation, along with the recommended builds for each character. So in the future, I am hoping to have a searchable library full of team comp videos that can be useful for both new and veteran players looking for team comp showcases and ideas. And now without further ado, let me introduce you to the very first team comp for this series. The team comp I want to cover this time consists of Yoimiya as the main DPS, Diona as the shielder and a healer, Xingqiu as the sub DPS and vaporize support, and Bennett as the attack buffer and another healer. The rotation will start with Xingqiu's burst, followed by his elemental skill twice, thanks to the sacrificial sword, to regain some energy back. The reason why we start with Xingqiu is because his elemental burst lasts the longest, which is 15 seconds for the C0, or 18 seconds for the C2. Quickly after that, Diona will hold her elemental skill and cast the stronger version of her shield, followed by her elemental burst. The reason why we need to cast Diona's elemental burst is because it provides 200 elemental mastery boost to the character inside her burst AoE, that can further boost Yoimiya's vaporized damage later. But this only applies to a C6 Diona, so if your Diona is not C6, then you can skip this elemental burst part. Bennett will then cast his elemental burst to provide attack buffs for Yoimiya, both from his skill and from his Noblesse Oblige set, and followed by his elemental skill to regain some energy back. After that, Yoimiya will come in and cast her elemental skill and start shooting inside the Bennett's buff. With the shield provided by Diona earlier, Yoimiya can finish her combos conveniently without needing to dodge. After performing 3 sets of normal attack combos, you can cast Yoimiya's elemental burst to provide the team 20% attack buff from her passive. This buff does not apply to herself though. After that, Bennett can do one more slash of his elemental skill to regain another energy particles to end this perfect rotation. As you can see, Xingqiu can cast his ultimate burst again and start another rotation.
Everybody stand back! Time for a light show! Let's light it up! Know my sword! Rain outlines your fate! Rain cutter! I'm going in! Fire hazard!
Now let me explain to you each of the characters' role in this team comp. Xingqiu's elemental burst not only can provide good off-field damage, but it also provide an unbreakable damage reduction aura that can indirectly strengthen Diona's shield. The damage reduction is based on his elemental skill level and his hydro damage bonus, so make sure to use Hydro Goblet for Xingqiu. Sacrificial Sword at Refinement Rank 4 is the perfect weapon for Xingqiu, since the cooldown of the sword is lower than the cooldown of his elemental burst, so you can always proc the sword's passive, as long as you cast his elemental skill after his elemental burst. But if you don't have the Sacrificial Sword at Refinement Rank 4, make sure to use Energy Recharge Sands and use artifacts with as much as possible Energy Recharge substats, to help fill up the energy faster. You can also use the Favonius Sword or other Energy Recharge Swords if you don't have the Sacrificial Sword at all. For the constellations, it is strongly recommended to build your Xingqiu's constellations to C6. Make sure to pull for banners that have Xingqiu in it. For his artifact set, you can go for the 4-piece Emblem set, or 2-piece Heart of Depth set, and 2-piece Noblesse set. For Diona, her best weapon is the Sacrificial Bow at Refinement Rank 5. This will allow her to always proc the bow, for an extra cast on her elemental skill, to regenerate a lot of energy particles. Her shield is based on her max HP, so make sure to use artifacts with a lot of HP substats in it. The best set for her is a 2-piece Tenacity of Millilith set for the extra 20% HP, and a 2-piece of Maiden Beloved set for the extra healing power. For her constellations, although AC2 Diona can provide a strong enough shield, but AC5 Diona is even better, and at C6 she can give 200 elemental mastery that will boost Yoimiya's vaporized damage significantly. I would recommend you to get her constellations to at least C2. And for Bennett, he is very cheap to build. His best 4-star weapon is the completely free Festering Desire Sword, and his best 5-star weapon is the Skyward Blade. Both weapons will give him a very nice energy recharge boost and still have a decent base attack main stat. For his artifact set, you can use the 4-piece Noblesse Oblige set, with a lot of energy recharge substats in it. Make sure to use the energy recharge sands as well. This will make him able to continuously use his elemental burst. Bennett does not really need a lot of constellations to perform, but AC1 is the minimum I would recommend. And if you can get him to C5, that would be great. My Bennett though is at C6, so he can boost my Yoimiya's pyro damage by 15%. I wouldn't recommend unlocking his C6 unless you know what you're doing, since it will make some characters lose out their native element and ended up weakening their normal attack damage. Lastly, let's discuss Yoimiya's build. Her best 4-star weapon is the Rust at Refinement rank 5. But if you don't have it, you can use the 3-star Slingshot at Refinement rank 5 that works very well for her. In my other video, I have cleared the Abyss using her with the 3-star Slingshot, which you can check out later. Her best artifact set is definitely the 4-piece Shimenawa set, because it will boost her normal attack damage by 50% on top of 18% attack bonus. No other artifact set can come close to this level of power. So that's it for today's team comp, guys. I will upload more variations of this team and other team comps in separate videos later. This is to ensure that every video focuses on one team comp only, so it's easier to follow. Be sure to subscribe and please like the video to help my channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.
Rain outlines your... Let's light it up! Feel the flip!